Boston Creem Cosplay.
Hello.
Everyone, welcome him to the cosplay cave stage. Woo.
How y'all doing?
And I'm your host, Rosie Stormborn, as usual. And today, I also will be crafting. So it's gonna be a lovely turn of events. All right. So, are you from Montreal?
I'm from right here. Born and
Nice.
raised. Born and raised.
And so earlier on we were talking, obviously you guys all were not here, but we were talking about your lovely experience at your convention of Montreal Comic Con 2017, where you met your fiance.
Fateful day it was.
And now you guys are kind of like a cosplay duo. You guys plan all your cosplays together.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, exactly.
So what are you going to be working on today? And obviously it's in conjunction with her. So if she's okay with it, what is she working on her side as well?
Well, there's a good amount to unpack there, really. I mean,
I just like asked you 3 questions.
Let's go. No, it's cool. I mean, I like having a lot to work with. It's cool. Basically, we're both working on 2 costumes.
Okay.
Like you said, duo cosplay, because our next big event is going to be Anime Midwest in Chicago, Illinois.
Nope.
Unfortunately, it's the same weekend as Montreal Comic Con 2019, so I'm going to be missing out this year. But I'm going to get to travel and see a city I've never seen before, so that's pretty fun. Exactly, so on the Friday, we are going to be Flynn Rider and Rapunzel, which is nice, which is a lot of fun. And on the Saturday, we're whipping out the big guns, literally, because I'm going to be Mystery Man McCree from Overwatch, and she's going to be Gangster Ash.
I love that skin so much.
We wanted to really synchronize the 1930s noir aesthetic, which is totally in our comfort zone, our wheelhouse.
They are. And also they like used to date.
Michael Chu says no, but you know what? This shipper says yes.
I say yes. They absolutely did have a thing. Ash and McCree. You're like nods. Yes, yes, yes. But yeah, no, it's a great cosplay idea, and especially since her skin's like, is that one of her new skins? No, that one, Gangster, came out when she came out.
Exactly, yeah.
The white one or the red one?
It's gonna be the red and charcoal one.
Yeah, better skin.
She mentioned something about doing maybe kind of a mishmash of both, because there's some elements of one that she likes, but and some that she doesn't. So she's gonna like marry the elements that she likes about both and maybe bring them together. I haven't seen enough progress shots of that project as of yet. She's going mad working on her Rapunzel wig, Rapunzel outfit, the wig for Flynn Rider. She's got a lot on her plate right now, and I'm working on my end to not have her do too much, you know?
Yeah, you're just like, I'm just trying to help you so we can balance it out.
Look, she has 10 years experience and I have barely 1, so 10 plus.
So you're like taking on a whole new world, but when you guys met, you were in a cosplay.
Yes, we were.
And what were you cosplaying?
I was Classic Soldier 76. And this was when Overwatch was at its peak, summer of 2017.
Yep. And
she was like the 76 cosplayers really standing out to her, especially at Montreal Comic Con. And
can relate.
And right. And I was having a lot of fun. It was my first, it was my second big convention experience. My first one was Anime North 2017. But Montreal Comic Con was when I had I had an actually good mask to wear. I had decent accessories, like, you know, I had my knee pads on. I looked the part the most, and I had like dyed my hair and spray dyed everything.
Oh, wow.
I have no experience with wigs, so if I can, I just comb my hair, give it the color the people need, and I roll with that. But Flynn, I can't pull that off. I'm going to engineer my facial hair, but I'm going to wear a wig for that. Anyway, so on the Friday, that's when we met. And she was not an Overwatch cosplay. She was Ciri from Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
She would have definitely caught my attention. I can tell you that much. Girls with white hair, you know what they say.
I never played Witcher. I just thought she looked really freaking awesome. That's all.
It's a badass costume.
And so she walks up to me and asks for a picture. And she didn't just think that my costume was awesome. She thought I was very handsome, not to toot my own horn. And so kind of just, we promised to meet the very next day because she said she was going to be Widowmaker. And that made me
Did you rewear the costume so that you could take a photo with Widowmaker?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course. And
of course.
Yeah.
Come on.
She tends to not rewear costumes. She tends to... She says she bites off more than she can chew. I just say she's very, very hardworking.
I mean, yeah, it's two perspectives.
Right? I mean, and she tends to do one big project for a con, then just move right along, you know?
Yeah.
But some are just so popular and so well made that they have legs. They stand the test of time, and she can rewear them. Like she did end up rewearing a Blackwatch Moira at a con in November. She whipped it out at Montreal Comic Con 2018.
I think I saw her.
Blackwatch
Very
Moira.
likely.
Yeah.
And what were you cosplaying?
I was Jet Soldier 76 for the very last time. I think that was the last time I ever went to a con as a reskin of Soldier, because as much as it put me on the cosplay map, I was starting to get low-key really tired of it.
Of Soldier?
Oh.
Because you're also really tall, so like you stand out versus like a slightly shorter person getting lost in the crowd.
Jack Morrison is 6'1". I'm 6'1", so it's just perfect.
Makes sense.
Some things just work out.
You just gotta.
And it's a really warm costume, and unfortunately for us in Montreal, con season is in the dead of summer. And
I know. I was also like, I did my like casual Soldier 76, and I took a photo with a regular Soldier 76, which may or may not have been you. Honestly, the more I think about it, I'm like, maybe it wasn't. But like mask on, like you can't tell. But yeah, just the jacket alone is so hot. Imagine, like I was like, God, at least I'm wearing shorts. Like these guys are wearing full pants and full armor. And I'm just taking it easy here. I did kind of go the extra mile by getting my pants at an army surplus store. So it was like... So they were thick.
Oh yeah.
No fun.
Boy. And with like the knee pads like really protecting everything, it was just ridiculous. And so, and the jacket was authentic leather because I got like this really expensive like site that sells them, and it's an obscure site too. And anyway, it was very warm.
Yeah.
And I'm just very happy to be working on a project that's comparatively a lot more cool, and I won't get a heat stroke later on.
I mean, McCree is shooting some guns in the desert, from what I can gather. Some saloons here and there.
He's a pretty cool guy.
No AC in there.
He shoots outlaws and doesn't afraid of anything.
No. So it's like a little cooler. You'll have like the cape on one side, one shoulder, and he is wearing full pants. But his top, you can pretty much wear something light, not heavy. But he does have the chest piece. Oh.
Yes. We're talking mostly about classic McCree, which I'm never going to do because that costume has gotten a little overdone as far as I'm concerned. I want to do something a little bit on the side. The sad news, honestly, is that, see, I'm going full on for McCree right now. I've got Mystery Man, which is 70 or 80% done according to my Instagram. But after that, I'm doing Blackwatch McCree. My brother-in-law's favorite skin in the entire game. And...
it's gonna become a cumbersome job.
Yeah.
It'll take, how long do you usually give yourself to make a costume like that big?
As long as it takes, as long as I do it well, as long as I get all the pieces, and it's already rolling. Like,
cool.
I mean, okay, there are some things that I'm going to skim over. There are some details, because Blackwatch McCree has, if you notice under his armor and his cape and his chaps, he's got this bodysuit.
Yeah, like a spandex kind of suit.
Yeah, this colbin, like they say in French kind of thing. And I'm not going to do that because, I mean, it's not going to happen. So I just got like military fatigues to wear. I got like this black Royal Military Police of Canada, an army surplus kind of thing. And I'm just going to sew a Blackwatch badge on there and just kind of improvise a little bit so that it's...
Simplify our lives, guys. I know a lot of our viewers are like beginner cosplayers, like don't know how to start, what to buy and what to make. So it's like, there's always an in-between, guys. Don't worry. You can do both. You can have it all.
She said it.
Julian's like, does that mean I get to cosplay too? Yes, Julian, yes you can. Gosh darn it.
Cosplay is for everyone.
So, let's get right into it. If anybody has any DIY photos of them making their cosplays, because it is cosplay crunch season.
It's getting there, yep.
Yeah, like all the cons have started. The floodgates have opened. And now we need to start working on stuff. Or like finish stuff. Elizabeth says, just looked up Black Watch McCree's skin. Dang, it's gonna look great. Oh, it will. It will. I can't wait for the photos. Speaking of photos, whilst you craft, I'm just gonna open up your Instagram on my end.
Okay, good call.
And take a look at some of your cosplays. I love asking people questions about how they made certain things.
Sweet.
I know you had mentioned earlier that you did a Booker duet.
Yes.
So I am a huge fan of Infinity and Infinite. I always call it Infinity. And it's probably one of my favorite BioShock games.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is my favorite BioShock game. Okay. Oh, my phone is talking to me. Someone, Mom, stop. Legal document. That's what happens when you buy a Google Home, guys. Don't do it. It'll listen to everything you say. Whole stream cuts. Yeah. So you did your Booker DeWitt cosplay with your fiance, who's doing Elizabeth.
2 versions of it, yes.
You did 2 versions of Booker?
She did 2 versions of Elizabeth.
Okay, so
she's the talented one, remember?
Okay, so she did, like, let me guess, the corset version with the blue, like, full...
No, she did the library Elizabeth when you first meet her.
Oh, with the long hair?
With the ponytail, the one you meet her, she freaks out, she starts throwing books at you.
Oh, so with the collar?
Yes.
She has a collar.
It's a blouse, basically. She did the 2 blouse versions, because the other version she did was Burial at Sea, my personal favorite.
Which is? I don't know, like, the names of the outfits.
Oh, okay, well, the one in the DLC, the one where Elizabeth basically goes to Rapture, it's basically how should I put this? Because BioShock Infinite had 2 DLC episodes that came out shortly after.
What did you call it?
Burial at Sea.
Burial at Sea.
There you go.
Oh, yes. God. Yeah. I remember that one.
Veronica Lake, Lauren Bacall style.
I have that skirt, and I once thought about doing it when the game had come out. I didn't think people would get it.
That's their problem.
I never did it, and mostly because I always wanted to do like the original outfit. So yeah, it's still in the brain. It's still in the cabeza.
So what were you saying? Because I kind of cut you off there when you.
No,
what were you?
I don't remember. I always
darn.
talk. I'm just a huge motor mouth. But
My
Cyberfox
mistake.
has something to say. What is your ideal cosplay photo shoot? Cosplay photo shoots is kind of Cyberfox's thing, considering he is a photographer from the Montreal area. Have you ever met him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
I have.
he does basically every Montreal con. I think you're doing YetiCon. So yeah.
I like his work. I've seen his work. Ideal cosplay photo shoot. I like recreating certain scenes from like a whatever game or movie, and basically you have like these very screen accurate costumes, and there's lots of good editing in there, and you kind of recreate a scene or recreate the feel, or maybe add like a personal twist on it.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. So that it's accurate to that character, and when you see that photo, you're like, wow, that's like what I saw in the video game or in the movie. It makes sense. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or just seeing like a really awesome piece of artwork, like a what if kind of scenario, and then boom, they recreated it in like cosplay photography form. There was one project that I kind of had bouncing in my head. It's kind of silly. It's kind of like over the top.
No such thing. We're talking about cosplay here.
So you mentioned BioShock Infinite, and like that got the ball rolling. I mean, personally, it's not just my favorite BioShock game, but it's arguably my favorite video game of all time.
Yeah.
Played it back in 2013, and it's one of those moments. It was one of those watershed moments where it's like I was starting to play the game. I was just moving around as Booker in Colombia. He was reading every sign, going, oh.
I would listen to like every tape, every sign.
Right.
I was just like taking it all in. Oh.
Maxwell's like meat packing and fishery. Huh. He would just read every sign, just go, huh. I was like, this guy.
So he walks around the convention as Booker and just goes, Huh.
I did go at more than one con as Booker, rummaging through trash and pretending to pull out Silver Eagles, because I do have Silver Eagle replicas.
Just like take a photo of him like, what is Booker doing? But yeah.
My goodness. And
your experience with the video game, you're playing it.
Exactly.
Going through the world.
And the watershed moment was like, this Booker DeWitt character, I don't know how, I don't know when, but I'm cosplaying this guy. I'm cosplaying this guy, it's happening sometime. And finally in 2018, it did happen. 5 years after the fact, but it did happen. So that was good. That was a lot of fun for me. And yeah, I think he's the only character besides Soldier 76 where the first time I saw the character, I felt, that's my guy.
Me.
That's my guy, that's happening.
Well, that usually happens when people see themselves in the character that they're looking at, and you're like, I can relate to this person so much. Or you see part of yourself in them, so you're like, I would love to be this person. And that's why people cosplay. Like that's what motivates you to want to do that. Minus
the alcohol and gambling addiction Booker has.
And then, abandoning, his daughter and wife.
At 19 years old, just having a daughter and then just like, yeah, I've made up a memory in my head. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna give you over to these shady, Doctor Who-esque time-traveling British people. It's like, here you go.
Take care of her.
One of you is voiced by Jennifer Hale, so I can't help it. I trust that, here you go.
You can take my baby. The Coolian, yeah. Why I choose Lil Mac as my first cosplay, it's true. So cute. I'm actually finally doing a version of one of my cosplays that I had the same reaction to. So I'm gonna be doing a version of Chibi Moon. And I always really wanted to, as a kid, I was always like, Sailor Moon, woo! But let's be real, girl, you ain't that tall, okay? If you guys are cosplay cave aficionados, you would know that we had Marie Pinpin on the show 2 weeks ago. And she does a super great Sailor Moon, and I call her mom, and she's really tall, and she has the outfit, and yeah. So I want to be her Chibi Moon, if I would have the honor.
Go for it. I
get down on one knee. Mary, will you take me as your Chibi Moon? I'll just message her later and let her know. Maybe at Otakuthon I'll have the full outfit, but I'm gonna do casual for YetiCon, because it's more of it's like a resort convention. You don't really bring a full...
Exactly. Isn't that like at a water park or something?
It's not at a water park. That's Colossal, which is this weekend.
Oh.
Next weekend is Blue Mountain, which is like the Mont Tremblant of Toronto.
Right.
Still, people do nice location shoots there, but I just want to have fun.
All right.
Hence, my stuff. So, I know I mentioned last week that I was working on, 2 weeks ago, working on Final Fantasy character. I won't be doing that anymore because, as we all know, cosplay plans don't always turn into cosplay realities.
Yep.
Talking with your friends about how psyched you are to work on this doesn't mean it's gonna happen. Okay, that kind of happened. I was like, I'm totally gonna do Yuna. It's gonna happen. No, it didn't.
I was almost Genji.
But I'm already Genji. No? Okay, it's fine. I have friends who don't know that song, okay? God damn it, guys. Please go look up, I don't know what the song is called. I'm Already Tracer?
No Mercy.
It's called No Mercy?
It's called No Mercy. Everybody calls it I'm Already Tracer or something like that, but it's the song itself is called No Mercy. I have it on my iTunes. I think I can look it up.
It's not copyrighted.
No, I'm not going to play it. I just want to find the title and...
play it. And so apart from that, today I'm going to be working on Moana, which I will also be doing for YetiCon.
Yes, sir. It's called No Mercy by the Living Tombstone.
It's an actual song.
Mm-hmm.
I'm baffled. I was trying to remember the other lines. I was playing Overwatch the other day. I was trying to remember the other lines from the song and I couldn't. I was like, I'm already Tracer. And then it's like, I want to be Genji. And then it's like, she doesn't say I'm already Genji again. She says like another variety of that, and I couldn't figure it out.
She says, I already chose McCree.
I already chose McCree.
And then
I'll be Bastion, nerf Bastion.
Or nobody likes Bastion. Yeah, it's interchangeable. I think they said, yeah.
They say both? Oh, God.
Yeah, well, I think they left it because, I mean, nerf Bastion. That reference, that's very 2016.
Nerf Bastion. She says it like that, so I remember. She sounds like
Bastion is so easy to counter. Why nerf him anyway?
Everyone who complains about Bastion in your games, get good. Other than the wow, Rosie, that's going to look great on you. Thank you. Kind of had a little mishap. This is what happens when you plan too many cosplays. I was like, wait, when is our Sailor Moon photo shoot? And they're like, Sunday. I'm like, awesome. Hey, Disney group, when is our photo shoot? They're like, Sunday. Great. And Sunday's the day we leave. So it's not like a, hey, let me wear this in the AM and that in the PM. It's like, we need to get back to Montreal from past Toronto.
Been there. We're gonna have a big Overwatch photo shoot, a big Blizzard Entertainment photo shoot. Saturday, noon, be there at noon. Saturday at 1300, 1 p.m. I'm there at 1 p.m. All right, thanks guys, see you later.
Excuse me?
Okay.
Oh, I would be so bummed out.
Anyway,
oh man.
That's okay.
It happens.
It does, I mean.
Zenrable, what cosplay skills do you feel like you have? What do you wish you could do better? Ooh, good questions.
That is a good question.
These are good questions.
I feel I accessorize pretty well. I like having cool props or funny props. I like going to a convention and putting on a show. Like with Soldier 76, what's the meme? Oh, he's our dad. He's the daddy, all right? So what did I do? I had a wallet with a flip out photo album of all my kids, basically just chibi and child versions of other Overwatch characters. I had a #1 dad mug with me in addition to my rifle, you know? So you gotta accessorize, you gotta have fun with it. Cosplay is fun, and that's my way of having fun. Just having cool stuff to show people, and you know. As for what I wish I could do better, I mean, I still have a ton to learn. I guess my fiance, Chimichanga-chan, says that I'm too hard on myself. I tend to agree.
You're like, oh, I should get more reasonable. I shouldn't.
I put too much pressure on myself. So it's just like one little thing goes wrong, just like, oh, well, you know, just scrap everything. This costume sucks, blah, blah, blah. No.
And she's like, no, calm down, breathe.
You know?
Yeah. But what's the one skill that you feel like you want to develop, or like crafting technique that you would like to be doing?
I want to continue getting good at foam armor. I'm not big on foam props. I like 3D printed props. So I either have my fiance 3D print something for me, or something that's really awesome on Etsy, and I like supporting local artisans, obviously. So I go on Etsy and it's just like, hey, that's pretty cool. I just get the kit. I don't get the finished prop because they tend to, it really racks up the price.
The price, yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But just the kit, I mean, I got a ton of sandpaper. I got a ton of primer spray because I used to do Warhammer 40K miniatures.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So I have a ton of experience painting stuff. That's no problem.
Especially plastics, right? They're all plastic, so.
It's basically just that, but bigger, so easier to paint. It's awesome.
Imagine like doing them this small. You're just...
Oh, Dad. They have these things where you're supposed to like, it's like a knob that you hold on and you put the thing on there so that it remains steady while you...
like cake artists who work on like little minifigures.
A little bride and groom thing, or groom and groom, or like, bride and bride, you know?
Like when you make flowers, like it's on a stick and they'll make the petal and stick it on there and paint it or airbrush it on the thing. Yeah.
There you go, yeah.
But yeah, okay, these are good skills to have. And you're actually working on something with foam today, or?
Yes, I'm going to, I mean, this is literally all I have left to do that I need to do for July. So really, I'm just messing around. I'm just testing the waters. Basically, it's on the wrong side of the hand. I traced my wrong hand. It's supposed to be on the left hand, but I did the right because
Such an intricate diagram too. Like you totally like made a whole blueprint of your hand. Oh, that looks great.
Because I use that as a guide. This is there's a store that makes them, but I'm not going to buy this. I decided to challenge myself. This the forearm part is already 3D printed. I got the classic McCree version of it because that black skull emblem.
What's that extra piece on there? Because like, okay, so it's a McCree gauntlet goes up to here.
Yeah, that's like his elbow rotator mechanism thingy.
Oh, it's like his elbow. It's actually his elbow.
Yeah, because I think in the lore he just got his arm just
completely chopped off above the elbow. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I actually never realized that until I just saw that. I'm playing Overwatch since it launched. That McCree actually got his whole arm cut, like including his elbow. So there's a piece of his elbow in the bionic arm. WTF? Yeah, it's not my fault.
And
actually,
especially Mystery Man also has a cape on his side that obscures most of it.
And that's my skin. And I played him yesterday, and I really popped off. It was great.
Right on.
Thank you. I'm a McCree main now. No, it was like one good game. That's it. It was all luck. It was because I learned how to stun first and then go. Brrr, and like the recoil goes up, right? So I have to pull my mouse down so that I stay on target.
Exactly.
Learning to play is great. Moving on. So bionic arm. So you're making the beginning of it starting with the hand and then going gauntlet.
The gauntlet's already done.
Oh, okay.
I think Nightfall Creations over in Paris makes really awesome 3D printed armor and stuff like that. Ooh. And I bought it off him and I threw it on me. And well, I didn't succeed at first because it's 3D printed. It's plastic and it's kind of abrasive.
Not super malleable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I actually irritated the heck out of my wrist right here at a certain point. So I had to sand.
Because it was too tight around the wrist, like you actually had to make it wider.
Yeah, I also took my rotary tool, Dremel, to open up the opening for my arm.
So you're well equipped, like you have all of that equipment at home.
I've learned from friends, I've learned from experts, friends and experts alike exactly on how to, just the basic kit.
Yeah.
For, you need your heat gun, you need your Dremel, you need a bunch of different kind of foam, what foam to stay away from for certain projects. Because I tried making a chest piece out of 10mm foam from Canadian Tire, and that does not work very well.
It doesn't bend easily.
It doesn't bend at all.
No, it's too thick. It's better for like swords and props and stuff. And I learned that by like actually when I ordered my clay foam from Art of Wigs, Canada, I got like they have like blocks to make you see how it feels. Like you can order like a tester block. It's about this big. And I was like just trying to play with it. I'm like, this is not possible. And I was noticing a friend of mine, Axel Cosplay, on Instagram the other day was showing his sword that he made out of that. And I was like, that's what you do with 10mm foam. You make props like swords that need to stay straight. And then maybe you can like Dremel in some detail here and there to like sharpen the sword or make an extra layer on top. But maybe even that, you would use a thinner layer anyway. But literally just as a base, like you can't use armor, like even just bending it just won't keep its shape. God damn.
Another tool that's very useful is the soldering iron. Basically, for my chest plate for my NCR Veteran Ranger, it was 5mm foam. I did it with Chimichanga-chan. And basically, it's armor that's in sections, so you think that must be like you must have done a lot of pieces, but I think it's a grand total of 3 pieces. But it looks like it's sectioned off because we took a soldering iron and we literally just took it to the foam, burnt it in there, burnt a pattern and just whoop.
Actually, I'm gonna show you, I have my soldering iron here. I'm gonna show you mine. Tell me what you think, because I have a few. I don't know if you could see the mess I'm making on camera. Don't look, guys. This is what I found something. Mom, Dad. Is it mine now?
No, that was last week's giveaway.
That was last week's?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a winner for this.
Yeah.
Okay, we will promptly send it over to our lovely winner.
Yeah. Thank you.
I was going to bring one myself, but I have only so many, and a lot of them are of me and my fiance in the same shot, and I keep them as souvenirs.
Oh. I mean, maybe I think it's not even a soldering iron, it's just a hot knife. So this is one. It's not really a knife, but this one's just like the air comes out of here and the whole bar like gets hot.
Right.
And then I have an actual knife. Making a mess. So this one's like, I guess, is it more of a soldering iron thing? Well,
There's so many kinds. I'm not exactly an expert. I have a soldering kit in like a little plastic box. I got it off Amazon.
yeah,
Very useful because it comes with like little pieces and all the things you might need.
different shapes, yeah.
Exactly.
Well, this did the trick. Like I was doing an Aquaman cosplay and instead of cutting all the individual scales, I got to a point where like on my gauntlets, I was like, fuck this. I'm just gonna burn everything. Burn them all!
Another good cosplay tip, keep it simple.
Yeah,
Or you're gonna drive yourself insane.
Yeah, absolutely. So these are my hot knives / soldering irons. Aren't soldering irons like the thing to like stick two pieces of metal together? Right, though that would not do that. No, it is just a hot knife. The more you know, this is why everyone should tune into Cosplay Cave weekly on Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ooh, a question from Cyberfox. What international convention do you want to go to? Well, you're going to 2 American cons this year, right?
I've been to 2 already. Let's see, back in April, I was at El Paso Comic Con, which was a small con, but it was out west, it was in the desert. And for NCR Veteran Ranger, which takes place in Fallout New Vegas, I mean, it's in the desert. We got a ton of really awesome shots there. And like
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Good setting, yay!
Red rocks, red sand, chucking a little rock on this on the mountainside to make sure there are no snakes or scorpions.
Okay, I take that back. We're not going there. That's a no.
Exactly, and I'm going to Anime Midwest in Chicago. I'm going to the Michigan Renaissance Fair in August. That's going to be a lot of
Ooh, I
fun.
love Ren fairs. They're great.
I splurged very much at Artisan d'Azur and Dracolite, and I have a whole medieval kit of armor and weapons.
That's what you gotta do. You gotta go full OG.
It's nice to have a budget. It's nice to not play hockey anymore and to, you know, really focus on cosplay so you have the breathing room financially to do this kind of stuff.
Yeah, like, I mean, as long as we're being realistic with the amount we're spending, like, I know that I have budgets for my cosplays and I stick to them. And if I know, like, let's say there's like, I don't know how good you are with this, but let's say you have 2 options of doing something. You just said it, keep it simple. So I'm sure I know what your answer is. I went like fabric shopping yesterday and I noticed like I could get this fabric, which will be more screen accurate, or I can just get this fabric that's in the discount bin and it'll pretty much do. Like, it'll look good, but it won't be screen accurate. And I was like, I think I know what we're going for here. Like, I don't feel the need to have to be exactly precise. I like putting my own twist to it, just like the way you were describing the way you're making, was it McCree or like your old soldier you were saying?
I think you're mentioning Blackwatch McCree on how I'm not going to do the bodysuit, the like Blackwatch Army issue bodysuit. I'm just going to wear like army clothes underneath.
It'll still look dope.
And it's black, you know, it's Blackwatch. It's gonna be black clothes with like charcoal black armor and a black cape and a black hat.
That's it. We gotta figure it out, boys. Gosh.
I did get the 3D printed kit for all my accessories as well. So the gun, the flashbangs, all that good stuff. I'm looking forward to crafting all that stuff. See, actually, funny story, I wanted to bring some of those things over here to like just sand, but see, the thing is I didn't want there to be a situation where I'm sanding away. So Simon, what got you into cosplay? What? You know?
Yeah, that's one thing. It's really loud, and also it's messy. Cause like I've had props that I've primed, and I'm like, I can't bring them to Cosplay Cave because it's just gonna mess up everything. Sorry. But you know what I did bring? Actually, this is like a half question to you as well. Sure. When you're trying to get rid of lines on your 3D prints, I don't know how good the 3D prints are, but like, what do you use to fill in or to prime your 3D printed stuff? Don't mind me, I'm just gonna exit frame for like 2.5 whilst I grab that bag.
Sure.
Yes.
I just sand as much as I see. The lines don't really bother me all that much. Sometimes like mold lines don't. I mean, I try to get rid of them. I try to like make it look, you know, smooth. But I mean, I only have so much time at the end of the day. I try to keep it simple. I use a good amount of sandpaper, or like I use several grits. 120, which is the noisiest and the biggest pain in the butt to work with, and the messiest. It crackles and you got dust all over. Then, you know, 220, 320, 400, 600, 800, 1000. Sometimes I skip the 1000 because at this point it's like rubbing a balloon on it. There's no point.
Yeah, no.
I've never actually tried it myself. I've heard automotive primer filler is pretty good.
Yep.
But when you spend $300 on a 3D printed prop, I don't want to gunk it up with something I've not yet had a lot of experience with, so.
And it's also like really thick. That's my problem. Like, how bad is your 3D print that you need to be putting like Autobond or whatever it's called on it? You know, Bondo.
Usually my accessories I get, they're already pretty good looking.
Right.
Not great, but pretty good. You know, it's like I can work with this. And I prime it with Citadel brand paints from Games Workshop because it covers everything really well, just a couple coats. And again, it's from my Warhammer 40K days. It's the same. It's like their partner company, and it's really good stuff.
And it's a spray?
Yeah, it's an aerosol paint. And whoever at that company decided, because normally you got white spray paint, you got black spray paint, whoever decided to make those spray cans in colors like gunmetal gray or blue, I will buy that man, woman, whatever, a pint, because they saved so much time. Thank you.
Julian.
Didn't know you worked for Citadel, but my man.
So what is the revolution in that?
If you're like me and most of your props are guns, you prime it and it's already gunmetal gray, so at least 1/3 of the paint job is basically done.
Right, you don't have to like age it or scuff it up, because it's not like silver.
Exactly. So it's already gunmetal gray. When I did Strike Commander Morrison, that was a big 3D printed to scale. Like you see so many 76 cosplayers and they have this dinky little foam gun. It looks like a submachine gun. It looks like a Tommy gun, but it's
I'll show you mine.
It's an experiment.
I'll show you mine if you show me yours. I have a problem.
Is that a challenge?
Is that a challenge? I'm actually gonna send the photo of my gun over to you so you can show the shot to the viewers. I do have a couple pics of it. Okay, this is only the edge of it.
Colored primer is amazing. Saves a ton of time.
May I see?
You may see. Check this out.
Oh, this was you!
Yeah, that was me.
That moment when everything starts making sense.
So interconnected. It all comes together.
Well, I never noticed that like Commander Morrison's eyepiece kind of looks like a scouter from Dragon Ball. Oh yeah, I will put it there. Is it glaring? Nice. Whilst I send an email of my gun.
But to finally answer CyberFox's question, if there's one international con that I haven't been to that I would really like to go to,
it's a lot of thought.
It is. I've heard a lot of nice things about Holiday Matsuri over in Orlando, Florida. My fiance loves that con. And I would love to join my fiance for YomaCon over in Detroit.
What's it called?
YomaCon.
Okay, I've heard of YomaCon. Oh yes. Do you have a picture with my gun? Herp-a-derp. I was trying so hard to hold it that it was just too heavy. I have like a joke picture with it. I know I took. I was in my Natsuki cosplay from Doki Doki Literature Club and I went to pick up the 3D printed gun for my friend. And so I was like staring off into nothingness with this huge fucking gun in the lobby of a hotel. And one of my friends just snapped a picture of me and then tagged it. I don't know if I should say this on stream. He's like, when the little girl decides to shoot up a school. okay? It's funny because it's Doki Doki and all the girls go crazy, okay? God.
That joke will be listed as in context.
In context, Doki Doki Literature Club, real crazy game. Parental supervision advised.
Yeah.
Not PG games. Do you know the game?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm not just like blindly talking to myself. God.
Someone mentioned that there was a previous question regarding the ideal photo shoot scenario, and I wanted to go into further detail, but
You're like, I thought of something.
it would be spoiling the ending of Burial at Sea, and I don't want to do that. I mean, okay, it came out 5 years ago.
Right? Like, come on, guys. We spoiled Game of Thrones. We spoiled Endgame. Like, we could spoil the ending of a DLC for BioShock Infinite.
All right, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna settle this once and for all. Let's do this. All right, fine. So,
What's the tea?
So, because we never see or hear of Elizabeth in BioShock, the original OG BioShock that came out in 2007 or so, I don't think it's a terribly controversial statement to say that she dies. That is actually, okay, I'm going to say something very personal and embarrassing here, but Burial at Sea Episode 2 was the very first time a video game got me to cry.
I've cried at many other video games, but I also cried during BioShock.
I'm a big enough man to admit it, you know?
It's fine. Big boys do cry.
It did the best job a video game could do, where it's like the main antagonist of the original game kills a character, and it's just like, you son of a... I'm going to play the original now. I'm going to go back and play the original BioShock just to make a point. Fontaine's going down, I swear. Anyway.
Come for you.
So anyway, yeah, my one scene I would have liked to recreate basically is, I spoke to my fiance about this, and because she did Burial at Sea Elizabeth, and basically it would be a scene of her, like, collapsed. You know, it's like the end game scene where it kind of like zooms out on her because she just like gave her life for Sally, etc. And basically, I think it was based on a piece of artwork I saw a few years ago, where it's basically a ghost version of her and a ghost version of Booker, basically just walking away, and he's just got his arm around her and just like, you did good, you're done, you know? And it's just her in the foreground, her and Sally, like Sally's basically like comforting her and everything, and we're just like walking away. And so it would take a lot of green screening to make that happen, and other cosplayers / actors to get that happen. But you know, if I wanted to recreate something, it would be that. That's my idea.
You could just like have the two main characters and have the rest all CG'd in there. Just get, yeah. You could do it. And it comes from like a place in the heart. Like, it's like if Julian says, for me, it was Phantasy Star 4. Me, Telltale Games, The Walking Dead Season 1, yes. Guys, give us more of what video games made you cry. I love hearing about the crying. Well, I cry all the time. So I'm just a very emotional person. No, seriously, like I'm very empathetic. So like, it's very easy to make me like cry. But I'm a horrible actress. If that makes any sense. If someone tells me to cry on cue, it'll take me a while. Or I'll have to like Sophie Turner it and just be like, just give me a moment to get in the right state of mind and just like leave.
For sure.
Which I totally appreciate, and like listen to a song and then I'll come back crying like, we're ready to shoot now. But yeah, I had a moment like that where I watched, Game of Thrones. Come on. I would love to redo the scene where Jon Snow kills Dany. I mean, it's been a while. It's been 2 weeks, guys. Come on. Right? Okay, good. Yeah. Well, I really want to do that. And I'm commissioning my friend to make me that Dany dress. Because I know I kept talking about Arya, but I'm going to try to make Arya by myself. And I'm going to pay my friend to make me that Daenerys dress. Because it is the end of the season. There's no more costumes. There's no other like way these characters can look like. It's not like a video game where like, oh, if I invest a lot in this skin, maybe the next skin that comes out is gonna look better. And then I have to invest a lot. That's why I'm shying away from video game characters. And I know if I invest a lot of money into like a movie character's costume or a TV show character's costume who's not getting any more costumes, I know it's money well spent, as in my context of money well spent, not my parents, because they would lose it. But it's a work of art, and like I'm really like you in the sense that like I would want to recreate scenes from that show. I don't want to just be taking photos in front of a white wall. Like you spend a lot of time and effort making a costume. You want to make it look like it's coming out of that game or like out of that TV show. I'm not gonna cry. It's okay. I'll have someone CG Drogon picking me up off the ground. I don't give it, but it's happening. I'm gonna be on the ground. I'm gonna be crying while people take photos of me. That was super emotional. God. But yeah, video games that made me cry, not TV shows. I definitely cried during BioShock, but I cried when Elizabeth finally went to Paris, or like fake Paris.
Oh, right, when she dreamed about it.
She dreamed about it,
and there are baguettes and croissants everywhere. And you can tell you're in Paris because there's non-stop Edith Piaf playing.
Oh, God. Come on. Like, it's fine. She lived in books. Her understanding of Paris is very...
It's very Belle Epoque, exactly,
Yes.
so yeah.
It's not what it is now. Oh my God. I would so picture like fan art of like Elizabeth crying and like the Notre Dame cathedral like burning in the background. Or it's like Songbird on top of it, like. That is horrible. He like came to come find her. And he was like, come back home.
I lived. Oceanic pressure did not do me in.
Man, oh, Songbird. Okay, I'm gonna start spraying my wig. Oh, you can take
Go
the phone
right
back, by the way.
Oh, perfect, yeah. I think we're done.
It's just like on. Doop, doop,
Oh, it's
doop.
okay, I charged. It's still at 92, we're good. I think the only other video game that made me tear up very hard was Valiant Hearts, Letters of the Great War. It's basically this 2D sort of side-scrolling puzzle game. It's set in World War I, and it's not about the, well, it is about the war, but it's about the characters.
Okay.
There's like a 60-year-old farmer with a mining background who like gets enlisted. His son-in-law is German. He gets enlisted in his country, so they're going to be enemies. Like the German guy married the French man's daughter.
Oof.
There's a dog. The dog does not die. Don't worry.
Oh, as long as the dog goes okay, man.
And there's a Belgian nurse. And basically, yeah, the ending, like it's really about the characters, and they really know how to. They tug at the old heartstrings, and they managed to do it for me. So.
Honestly, that's how you know good writing. Good writing, making me cry. Ooh, which cosplayers are your big influences? Yo, Cyberfox coming in strong with the questions.
And I'm loving them. I'm loving them.
He ain't messing around.
Don't want to cause too much dead silence here because I'm thinking hard about. I mean, I'm gonna
no,
go with
well-
the obvious question. Would be my fiance. She's a huge influence, obviously.
Aw. Is she watching the stream?
I invited her to.
Okay. If you're in here, say hello. She might be like too shy. I know a lot of our viewers watch and don't say anything. Guys,
Righto, yeah.
tell us how your day's been. Let's talk.
She sends me. This just in on Messenger. She's like, yes.
She messaged you on Messenger.
Hello.
We hear you.
So she's a huge influence. She encourages me. She gives me ideas. I mean, I give her ideas, but it's mostly like, I mean, she's the one with 10 plus years of experience. She gives me a ton of advice and encouragement. And it's just like, oh yeah, you'd be cute in that. You'd look awesome in that. It's like, oh, that's a great character. And just really gives me the extra will to like really get it done. Who else? Well, there's also Émilie Gauvin of Émilie Gauvin Creations. She's also very hardworking, and her work is just Really, really good.
Yeah.
And they roped me into a cosplay group for Otakuthon this year, actually, on Sunday. That's
What
gonna
are
be
you
fun.
doing at Otakuthon?
They're all up on the whole Pokemon thing. They're celebrating Sword and Shield, and they're in a big group.
Makes sense. Yeah, I think she talked about it when she came on the show too. She was making her wig. Yes.
There you go, exactly. And Jimmy talked to me about this. We were hanging out at Three Kings, and I was all, is there any room for, and he's sure, the more the merrier, and I'm looking it up. And so I decided to do Steven Stone,
Nice.
the Generation 3 champion. And I'm just like, hey, cool, all right.
Like, I can do this, I'll join in.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's no limit to that kind of a group. Like, it'll just, you'll never, yeah, there's so many characters.
Yeah, and he's a cool character. I like his design, and his specialty is my favorite type, so there we go.
Nice. So Otakuthon, I'll be seeing you guys. Yeah, I don't know what I'll be in, but I'll let you guys know. I won't be doing Pokemon, but I will be there.
Cool. Yeah, I'll be Steven Stone on the Sunday. I haven't quite decided what I'll do for Saturday. I'm probably going to do either Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil 2 or the NCR veteran that I had going.
So it's still like a big, do you have it done?
Leon is done completely. I got 2 props. I got the full costume.
He's ready. Look at me. I'm like, okay, I have the pieces, but I have to put them together. I mean, that's a good step, right? It is a step.
I just happen to already have a bunch of pieces. I already had awesome blue pants. I already had armor and boots that were perfect for it. I just had to commission the police shirt and tack vest and just buy a few accessories. Again, accessorize, show people some cool stuff.
Yeah, like have props.
I've got like an exact plastic mold replica of the Heckler & Koch VP70, which is like the handgun he uses in the original game, as well as a sawed-off shotgun, because you gotta have a shotgun in a zombie game.
Especially a sawed-off shotgun for that extra pack.
Exactly, exactly. Nice, close and personal, bam, you know? And a leather-bound Raccoon City Police Department Stars ID badge.
Nice.
It's got like the metal, it's available on Amazon. You can just get, it's got like the metal badge encrusted in. It's only like 35 Canadian. It's not that expensive, and it looks really awesome.
And it's OG, yeah, it looks like the real one.
And the card is an ID card. It's plastic. It's not like some slip of cardboard that they just lazily printed a bunch of graphics on. It's
Yeah,
like
no,
an
I
actual
can print
card.
that myself, thank you very much.
Exactly. You know?
Yeah.
No, it's awesome, and it's another one of those characters, because I didn't grow up on Resident Evil. I never played Resident Evil, really. I played 4. I have 4 on Steam. But 2 I never played, 1 I never played, 3 Nemesis I never played, but I have friends who did. And for years and years and years, they were all, you with a little like longer hair, you could pull off Leon.
100%.
Who's this Leon guy?
Did you play the remastered?
I saw it.
If you do play any of them, play the remastered version.
The remastered version,
2.
I've heard nothing but good things about it. And in the opening cutscene, they use the skyline of our city for Raccoon City, which is awesome.
Wait, they use Montreal?
You look at the skyline they used for Raccoon City, and you look at that, it's like, that's Mille de la Gauchetière right there. And that's
Really?
straight up Montreal. They just added a few more buildings to make it more metropolis-y, but like, yeah.
I didn't even know.
It's straight up Montreal that they used.
God damn.
Yeah.
Oh, they trying to fool me. I didn't notice that at all. Well, looks like I'll have to be doing my research tonight. Oh, and also, I know I'm styling a wig, but don't be fooled. Have you noticed this raggedy texture and the knots? Oh. Yeah, don't be fooled. This is not an Arda wig. I knew I would be going in the water and being a buffoon at YetiCon, so I decided not to invest a lot of money in my Moana wig. Nothing that I hate more than like not taking care of my wig, and especially I've put good wigs in chlorine before and I'm not doing it again.
No kidding.
No. So yeah, I got this wig off eBay and I'm using our lovely tools from Art of Wigs Canada's website. And as well, as you can tell, Hortense is helping me out. I can't style wigs now without Hortense. Hortense is available on the Art of Wigs Canada website. Her stand comes in multiple sizes, or just the spike if you would like to buy. So are the styrofoam heads. Hortense, smile for me. Thanks, dear. So yeah, If you guys do want to take advantage of our discount code, it's going to be active until 6:30 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. And this time it is active, I swear. All right, so just use the code ARTABEAN on the ArtaWigs Canada website. And if ever your wig isn't in stock, which I know a lot of people have been talking about that, it is con season. So unfortunately, some of the popular wigs aren't in stock, but you can sign up to be notified when the wigs are back in stock, or message ArtaWigs Canada and ask them if they're gonna be at any of the conventions in town near you, so you can pick up a wig right then and there. I know that they're going to be doing YetiCon, which is in 2 weeks. I'm not sure if they're going to ColossalCon this weekend, but that might be a possibility. All their cons are listed on their Instagram and on their website, artawigscanada.com or .ca. .ca. That makes a lot of sense because they're Canadian, but you never know. Sometimes it's not. But artawigscanada.ca for more info and to make your purchase of $50 or more to have our discount code work for $10 off. So basically, most wigs will get you the discount, but if not, you can always add on some of the accessories that they have. And or Hortense, who is a super amazing, lovely tool to style those really good ArtaWigs Canada wigs or those really treacherously horrible eBay wigs. Or Amazon wigs in my case. Yeah, I look forward to dealing with the tangles. Like, I haven't even worn it yet and it's already like, hello, how are ya? So what happens when you don't buy your wigs at ArtaWigs Canada? They're like it's not silky. So it just, the fibers get knotted, which is fine because Moana's hair is not perfect. Elizabeth says Hortense is bae. Hortense is bae. Quality, assurance, guaranteed. Hortense. Original ArtaWigs Canada mascot. All right, so again, code is ARTABEAN for $10 off your $50 purchase. And snag yourself some foam clay while you're there. My new favorite thing, I'll be actually making my necklace for Moana, has like the rock on it. I'll be making it with this. I will have to make it dry for quite a bit though, 48 hours for it to dry hard. I was gonna use clay and like put it in the oven, but then I was like, I should just try this out. So I'll be doing that, and also the other thing is so heavy, so don't want to do that. Great. Oh, Willie Kill has a question for us. If you had everything you want to your disposition, what would be the craziest cosplay you'd want to make? No limits. Also, just want to say to Boston that your Commander Morrison cosplay is amazing, dude.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
He's like, oh, jeez.
Thank you so much.
Come on.
Always
yeah.
Nice to hear that.
So what would your dream cosplay be if like money weren't an option, if you had all the tools, just had to make it or commission it?
If I had the van and the logistics weren't such a nightmare, I would probably do a big honkin' XO1 power armor from Fallout.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a cosplay and a half.
Exactly, and I don't know, it's, the big foam builds, I'm not really into that personally because again, it's a logistical nightmare. How are you gonna make it is one thing, but how are you gonna transport everything? What's gonna be your staging area?
Yeah.
How are you not gonna trip over everything? How are you gonna see? How are you gonna this? How are you gonna that? I go to cosplay, I go to conventions to cosplay and have fun. And
not like stay put in a spot and,
you know?
I mean, I get it, yeah.
It's ridiculous. I mean, those of you who do that, I have all the respect for. Obviously, it's like you do you, man. That's awesome. I don't think I could.
Yeah.
I like being able to move. I like being able to breathe. I like wearing a decent enough costume that impresses people, but at the same time, you know, I like to be able to get some shopping done and mingle a little bit as well. Because if you're in something that just attracts way too much attention, you're not going to be able to move. In fact, and if you're dehydrated or if you have a medical condition, well, you're out of luck.
Which you do, correct?
Right now, yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to be dealing with the stress.
I don't want to be taking any chances right now. And things are going fine right now. Haven't collapsed. We're good.
You're doing good, bud. You're doing good.
Going hard.
Ooh, King of Chardonnay. I know who you are.
What is my favorite Pokemon card art and why? Oh, sorry, is it your job to read out the questions?
No, you can read it out.
Okay, it's my boy Jimmy.
Yes, that's what I know. I was like, it's Jimmy, you can read it.
Artwork, that is a cool question. I like that.
Don't mind me, I'm just looking for T-pins. Also available at artwigscanada.ca.
I gotta go with my man Steven Stone. Metagross GX has a dope design. The art on it is beautiful. Nothing else to say about that. The colors they put, the pose Metagross is in. It's just a really sweet, it's a really dope looking card.
What a specific question, Jimmy.
Jimmy got me into collecting those things again.
Oh, gosh. I forget that so many people still collect cards, and it's like Yu-Gi-Oh, like you name it.
I did a little bit of research, and it turns out that Pokemon cards have something like 80-something% of the TCG market in Europe.
Ooh, that's a card. Very pretty.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Look at that.
There it is, boys. We found it. There's so many flyaways on this wig.
Ooh.
Holy. At least you don't have to deal with wigs. Your fiance's got that covered.
Yeah.
I can't imagine the pain she's going through right now for her tangled wig. Like, what a project.
Oh, she got little flowers for it, all the little bells and whistles. It's gonna be great.
Oh, man. Yeah, if anyone's doing that wig here, there's so many nice flowers right now at the dollar store. It's insane. Like, I got all of these. Like, I didn't think I would find something accurate enough for Moana's like headband. And I went there, and in one trip, I found like something pretty perfect. The perfect flowers and the perfect leaves. It's gonna be tedious, but it'll work. And that's it. Rapunzel's wig is tedious, but with the right elements, like, you know, it's gonna look perfect. The time doesn't matter anymore.
Oh, my girl's got that covered. I think we skipped over that question. What is the strangest item or object we've ever used as cosplay material?
Ooh.
Those little canisters for pills.
Yes.
Yeah, I've used those for shotgun shells.
Yes. So brilliant.
For Leon, exactly, for a shotgun, I used some of those just to use them as shotgun shells.
It's such a good idea.
You gotta use all these little, we're little MacGyvers, you know, when it comes to cosplay. You gotta like figure this out, just, you know, all these things that you never know what might be lying around. It's just like, actually that's perfect for,
yeah, like, you know, people can use water bottles to, well, I've seen pill bottles. I've seen pool spaghettis, which we've talked about on the show before. Swiffer broom, like bars, like the poles, so that you can collapse them and like make weapons. Another smart idea. So it's going really well. So what's your favorite cosplay like tool, or like something you can't do without when you're crafting?
Mainly for painting. My Citadel spray paints and my Princeton brand, those decent quality brushes you get at Omer de Serre.
Like, without it, you wouldn't just not.
All the other brushes streak or they lose their hairs in the thing. I actually...
Oh, it's a brush set.
A set. You can get them individually, and I do get them individually because I think the Princeton brushes are something like $7 a piece. I'm not getting the entire set. I just get the one or two that I need.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I would do, honestly.
And most of it is in the technique, but I've gessoed a piece of armor before where it was like the cheap brush set from Walmart. It's like $5 for 25 brushes. I take one out, I just like start dabbing on the gesso.
Because you don't care about it, right?
You start dabbing on the gesso, but the problem is it's such a cheap brush and the adhesive is just so lackluster that the hairs just start falling off and wind up in the gesso.
Yes, I could totally see that, like, in here. Like, I'll be doing that, and I'm sure if I open this, I'll be able to see like a couple freaking hairs. I don't see them now. They're probably submerged. I've definitely moved this around a bit. But it happens to me often, and then I have to like pull them out somehow. Ruining my armor. My props. The Queen says, you've used gray hairspray for Soldier. Have you ever tried other colors, like black?
Good question. Not yet, but I will. The exact same hairspray, I think it's called Graftobian, and I got them from Malabar costume shop in Toronto.
Yes, it's like a putty kind of that you just put through your hair.
It's the kind of hairspray. Style your hair first, then apply that stuff, because it's very gunky and it's very sticky, and if you try combing hair afterwards, you're going to be in a world of pain. But I will be getting another cat. I actually tried buying earlier this week. Fun story. I was on their site and I tried buying, but the transaction didn't go through for whatever reason, but I'm going to try again.
On Malabar?
Yes.
They're based in Toronto, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be getting the same company to get the blue hairspray for Steven Stone, because he has pastel blue hair and they have pastel blue hair, so I'm going to give that a shot.
Nice.
Yeah.
Definitely the way to go.
10 washes a few times. Yeah, Graftobian tends to wash out after one shampoo and one thorough soaping, and you're done. You're done, son. Oh, can't do without when making cosplays coffee. Couldn't have said it
You're
any better.
smart. That's a good answer.
Could not have said it any better.
I would say my glue gun is the one thing I always have to have with me. Like always, 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 always. Okay, boys, I think I'm done with this. I just had to fix all the flyaways, which took a lot of hairspray, but at least now I know. Now I know how far it goes. Okay, but that was done.
I didn't see the movie yet.
Are you guys gonna be singing together when you're Finn and Rapunzel? Sorry, just had a brain blast.
She doesn't want to. She doesn't like her voice. She doesn't want to sing. I would. I would give it a shot. Singing and acting are two things I never gave myself a fair shake for.
But it'd be cute if you just like go up to her and sing to her and she's just like, no.
I got her answer right here. 3 guesses as to what she said.
No.
No, capital N, capital O.
That's fine. You don't need to sing to be her.
No. I would, she won't. So, I mean, I know the song. I know Flynn's part from Now I See the Light.
Yes.
Going with the lanterns and all
Now
that.
that I see you. So cute. One of my favorite songs. I swear that song has made me cry. That song and I really like Let It Go. Like, yeah.
Me too.
And the first time in forever reprise when Elsa's like losing her shit and almost kills her sister. That was really emotional for me. Cause she's like, get away from me, I can't control myself. And the sister's like, I'm gonna bust you and bother you. And then it's just like dead. Almost dead, kind of dead. I'm excited for Frozen 2, guys. Why are you holding your mouth? Are you yawning, Julian, or are you cringing at me? I can't tell. Ponder, 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 ponder. Well, I agree with the whole coffee thing.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Must need. It's gonna be me before Yeti Con. 100%.
I'm gonna try something with I'm all over the place.
There's a second one, Frozen? Yes, Mr. Badman.
Yeah.
There is. It's actually gonna be based in the Great White North, but not white, because it'll be like Canada in the fall. So, yes. From what we can tell from the trailer, what I could tell from the trailer, looks like Canada. And they also have new outfits, because it's the fall. Looks pretty good. If you're looking for a flower crown tutorial for Moana, Momo O'Brien is the queen of flower crowns. Ooh, I will definitely write that down. Momo O'Brien. I'm guessing she's on YouTube. And at last I see the light. God, now it's in my head. I need to go back to my song.
And it's like the fog has lifted.
So, Momo O'Brien.
I can sing on key, it's just I have a laughably weak voice.
Oh my gosh, I remember I sang that song at like some Toronto convention with one of my friends. There was like a karaoke room and everybody was like, a lot of people were singing like anime intros really cringily. And we were like, let's go sing Disney songs. Let's just like ruin everyone's anime vibe. Yeah, so we did that.
Disney's great, seriously.
Momo O'Brien, oh my gosh, adorable. She does have a lot of tutorials. She also did a lot of, I see her in Disneyland.
Moreover, she was featured in the background of an episode of Warp's the series.
Of what?
Warp's.
Oh, really?
Right.
Nice. Was that on purpose? She was featured on LARPs on purpose? Mm-hmm. I will subscribe. Subscribed. How to Live in Medieval Times is one of her videos. I like it. I like her already. I know what I'm watching at work tomorrow. I just like keep YouTube on and it's like instead of having a podcast on, I'll keep it on. So I like hearing people like discuss stuff. So yeah. I remember Minezoku on our stream was making a flower crown last time she was on. She was like, yeah, I'll just keep it for like a shoot. And I thought that was so great. Oh, she actually like, oh, I thought she actually made the Moana one. I think I'm gonna start by making the head. Guys, if you guys want to know what a noob cosplayer looks like, her name is me.
Hi, me.
Hi, me. How are you? I'm also going to just flip on the wig real quick because I realized the circumference of my head will be bigger with the wig. So we should probably get on that. I have like a little mirror here too. Somewhere in my magical cosplay box. About the wig, head size. Good tip, yes. Guys, if you're making a hat or anything like that, do keep that in mind. Actually, one thing I noticed on AutoWigs Canada's website is some of their wigs actually offer different circumference sizes. So I was going to buy their chibi wig for my chibi moon, but then they didn't have the clips left anymore, so I had to improvise and use one of the wigs I already have and buy a second one of that one, which I didn't buy off Arda, just so I can make the little ploops, because AutoWigs Canada actually sells those clip-ons, which are great when it has the same color as the wig you want. So I was checking it out, and the wig actually has like a small and a large. So either if your circumference of your head is 21 inches or 23, you can buy like a different wig. So check that out. I have a little tiny head, so I super appreciate that, because the last thing I want is my wigs slipping off my head. This one is pretty wide. I always put them at the tightest. I'm not crazy about this wig. It's actually a Bellatrix Lestrange wig. Can you get over that? I can't, because this is way too brown for Bellatrix. I don't quite like this part right here. And they like tried to make it crazy because they put the wefts facing both ways in the wig, which is nuts. So I'm gonna have to do, that's why I'm kind of glad I decided to make the crown, because it's gonna cover whatever the heck this is. Because it looks a little wonky. I was almost gonna like, what do you call it? The sticky stuff? No, like, you know, you use it to stick stuff on your skin.
Oh, I use it.
Spirit gum. So I was gonna actually spirit gum the wig to my head, but the hairline is still effed up. Yeah, it has like this little bump here. It's okay, I'll have the, it's actually really like nice. I like that it's long and really flowy. It's like really big. It's like super big. If I think it's too big, do you guys think it's too big? I'll make it less fat. Maybe. I kind of like big wigs. And then I'll just have the crown.
This is exactly what it's gonna look like. This is me, I'm Moana. Hi guys.
I'm going to YetiCon like this. Vision, what's that? I don't need that. What was I doing? Measuring my head. I'm so glad we're doing this together.
Likewise.
He's gonna get more places than I am, that's for sure. Oh man, I need to go to one of those meltdown crafting days though, honestly. I feel like it would be so much fun, but I'm also gonna be a mess. What are you doing with the phone? Talk to us about it.
Oh, haha, yes. Didn't mean to ignore you guys. There we go. Like I said, I mean, I'm just messing around, just trying a bunch of different things. This is an embellishment for, you can't really see it here. I got Mystery, the leather holster I'm going to be using for Mystery Man McCree. Wow. A site called replicaguns.ca carries these. Very expensive, but very worth it. Now, it's not terribly screen accurate to McCree's outfit,
Yes.
but it's technically Old West. The feel is very Old West, but I mean, it's black leather, so it's not going to clash with the rest of the outfit, so
Yeah.
whatever. But around this buckle, I'm going to put a foam embellishment on there because he has this diamond shape crest covering the holster, and exactly, I'm just going to cover there's like a horse's head on this here, so I'm just going to like cover it up. And it's going to be white and silver, and it's got this little like pattern drawn on it, that kind of stuff. I may or may not end up going through with it. I know that the gun I have, the prop gun I have for Mystery Man McCree does not fit in this guy, sadly, so I'm not going to be holstering it.
So you're always gonna have it in your hands.
I'm always going to have it
Whatever.
aloft.
It works.
This looks too good. I mean, I paid too much money for this to not wear it for something, so.
And it looks really cool. Kind of wish it was socially acceptable for you to just wear it all day, every day.
Oh, just the bullet inserts are going to scare the SPVM.
Is it real bullets?
No. These are just
Okay, they're fake.
plastic, but like encased in like some gold-colored.
Ooh, they're like.
There is some weight to them, to be fair. Actually, I have a funny story about that.
Oh gosh.
Montreal Mini Comic Con, November 2018.
This year?
2018, so the one that just passed November.
Yes, I was there. Okay.
Yeah, Mini Comic Con. I did a test run of my NCR Veteran Ranger. I did not have my chest armor. Instead I decided to wear a Vegas Golden Knights jersey because, I mean, followed me Vegas, why the heck not? And so, but the thing is, while I was getting ready, it was a Sunday, I was just like, all right, let's get set up. I'm downstairs from VJ Hall where like there are sofas and people chill out there.
Yeah, like right before the escalators.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. I'm there and I'm just getting ready, but part of my costume is a specially modified ammo belt with unprimed Army Surplus 38 special rounds.
God, they probably lost their shit.
So I buckled that around me, and nobody lost anything, but there was an SPVM squad car that pulled up. You know, there are big glass windows on the side. One just stops, and the guy in the passenger seat was just looking right at me.
He's like
it was a showdown. It was just a stare down. And
could he tell that it was a prop eventually?
Well, yeah, I mean, he saw other people in costume. He just like drove away eventually, but it was just, I mean, it'll make a law enforcement official do a double take. I mean, a young man, long coat, what appears to be ammunition on him at an event where there's lots of people.
Yeah, you know, strange.
You got to put yourself in their shoes. I mean, Don't want to be
Rightfully so.
Can't be confrontational about it. You got to put yourself in their shoes. You got to understand that, you know, it's,
There is a time and place, and I guess a convention is one of them.
I think he just saw my big plastic gun. He was just like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah, you could tell after a certain point, you're like, okay, this is fake. 100% fake. Oh man, gotta love the cop stories. Have you ever like traveled in public transit?
Yes.
While costume?
I didn't always get a lift to my con appearances. I have taken the bus with my hair dyed white, my jacket and gun, and my big
white.
duffel bag.
Oh god.
Everything. Oh yeah. There was one time actually I walked around. Oh boy, I walked around with my pulse rifle not in a bag. That was a smart thing to do.
I mean, it's huge though.
It is huge, and
So how are you gonna fit that in a bag?
well, later I decided to get a Glad bag, those big garbage bags, and just like
Wrap it. Yeah.
I scared a couple homeless people while walking back.
Oh, for sure. They're like, oh man, get away from me.
He's got a gun. He's got a gun. So that was
Simon's got a gun.
funny. Simon has many guns. None of them are real though. The realest gun I have is like an airsoft replica of like a historical model, like an M1911.
Ooh.
And that's just for like a noir photo shoot if ever because again, my fiance and I, we really love the noir aesthetic. So.
What game is it that's like that?
LA Noir?
LA Noir, yes. I was like, there's a game. It's a good game. You would like it.
I played through it 3 times.
Yeah, definitely your kind of game. Mm-hmm. Good story, you know. Oh man. So I can definitely see you guys doing like I'm just picturing your fiance in the gangster version of Ash. It's just like so perfect. I'm so glad someone is doing it.
It's a really amazing skin.
Yeah.
Totally in our comfort zone, totally in our wheelhouse.
Zen Robo says, when transporting prop guns and swords, it's the best to wrap them in fabric. If you don't have a bag for them, tablecloth sheet. Very smart. I'm loving these ideas. Very smart. Oh, this piece of hair. What is this piece of hair? This is what happens when you buy cheap wigs, bruh. What the frack?
Help me, please.
Chat, can you tell me if my wig is too fat? Should I cut my wig? Is it too long? I feel like I could chop like an inch off it. Yeah, I could probably chop an inch off it. Which I will not do in the Beanduck Studio because I do want to keep it tidy in here. Correct? Correct, friends? Yes, we're gonna keep it tidy in here.
I got my duffel bag. I'm gonna throw everything back in there when we're done.
No, it's just because like if I start cutting hair in here, it's kind of like.
Somebody get a broom?
Yeah, we do have broom, but I'm all about
The least work, the better. And the wind in my sails behind me.
Ooh, can I get a photo of her with the headband? Yeah, she definitely has this a lot more. Like, it's not as poofy, you know? Yeah, it's a little poofy. I might trim it down.
Hi guys, I'm lost in my wig because it's so high.
Oh man! Imagine if I was cosplaying all alone in my room. It is very a voluptuous one. It's quite tight actually on the top. I mean, I'll make it loose because I'll just like plop it on there. Her hair is really poofy, but it's not that long. So I'm gonna have to cut the length of it. Like, damn girl, who are you, Medusa? Like, shit.
Jeez. Next time I'm bringing a ruler.
Oh, I don't have one. Oh, one of our cosplayers had used this as a ruler once. Which is that?
I mean, basically, it was just to get the proportions right. But anyway, I'm bound to start this guy over. It's just a little test. Why did I start on the embellishment? I should really work on the hand armor because that's something I actually have to do.
Sometimes I notice I do that too. I'm just like, why am I working on this specific
This looks
thing?
fun, but you know.
You can always do this. Yeah, it looks like Mohana's hair grew like 3 to 5 inches above her belly button.
In the wind and my sails and my hair stops right here.
Yeah, so it's like bloop, 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 bloop right here. So I'm gonna do it when I have a mirror. I mean, I could always cut it on Hortense, but then that would mean I would have to clean her and the floor, which I don't particularly feel like doing today. So we're gonna leave that at that. And I'm just gonna tighten this a bit. Perfect. So what was your favorite con to go to for you?
Montreal Comic Con 2017 is the obvious answer.
I mean, I hope
considering personal life implications, and it was just a blast. It was a real blast. Like I wasn't even in costume, and there were like these little kids who were recognizing my jacket, and they were just freaking out. It was really cool. Apparently, I couldn't quite see it because my mask causes this massive blind spot. But apparently, there was like a little girl, not a day over the age of like 4 or something, and she was in this like semi-casual diva.
Stop.
Costume.
That's for sure her parents doing,
Exactly.
but I approve.
Exactly, and apparently she took a picture with me, and apparently she was like beside herself. She was just like freaking out.
Like, oh my God, he's real, Mom, Dad. It's like going to Disney, but for cool kids. I mean, Disney kids are cool kids,
Yikes.
but new age Disney kids, I'm wearing I'm prepping for Moana, so hilarious. But yeah, no, it's cool to see. It's like parents passing off their hobbies and their loves to their kids and having that live on through them. It's so cool. It's pretty great.
Absolutely, and it's
That
just,
soldier's real.
exactly. There are all these little moments like that, and it was again at the apex of that game's popularity. I mean, the game's still popular now, but I mean, people were freaking out, you know, before Fortnite happened.
And then Fortnite happened. And thus began the love of a bunch of random characters no one cares about. I'm joking.
And Apex Legends. And Anthem. Just kidding, nobody plays Anthem. Ooh.
I know, how short-lived was that? I remember when Apex first came out, people were like, Anthem is way better. And I was like, you are confused, my dude. You are confused. Okay, so I got my shape for this guy. Bloop.
What's the relative shape of the...
Ooh, I wanted to share with everyone something really cool that I found at the dollar store. One of my favorite tools to fill in insulation foam. And I found it in this tube style at the dollar store. It was obviously not $1. So it wasn't $1. But apart from the amazing flowers and branches that I found at the dollar store, I also found the wood filler, which is great for those big holes and gaps, or if you accidentally make a cut in your insulation foam or your EVA foam, you just fill it in with this, sand it down, and you can paint over it. It's like one of the best things I ever used. And the texture of it won't look too different than the foam or the insulation foam, EVA or insulation. I also found these amazing shells, and in the winter, they're impossible to find because I was making my Aquaman cosplay in November, and just to find shells, like I was using old shells that I had collected as a kid, because I was one of those kids. So I actually had shells, but these ones are so beautiful. Like they're all these like little, like the pointy ones with the little swirls. And they have so many, they have like the big ones. Anyways, I went to Dollar Store and there was a lot of shells. So you guys are doing any cosplays with shells, Dollar Store's got you covered. Like, you are good, girl. And I don't know if anybody has a place where they buy this, but for me, it was really hard to find like a suede rope. I ended up going to the fabric store and buying it, but before that, I had actually gone to the Dollar Store and found this lovely set for $1.50, and you get inside 160 centimeters or 63 inches of that. Yeah, I also went to Fabricville after, and it was about $3 a meter. So comes out to almost the same. So yeah, I'll probably keep this for a rainy day. I ended up buying one at Fabricville because the color was just a little more accurate. This one was a little too light. Please.
Bless you.
Thank you. So yeah, I'm gonna be braving making that Moana necklace by myself, but it's not that difficult. And that's the other thing, like, I feel like sometimes there are certain costumes where it's like, it wasn't meant to be super complicated, but we try so hard to be like screen accurate and everything, whereas like, they lived in simple times. Make something simple and cute and it'll be authentic. We often forget that some of these things are animated and you don't need to always be perfect. So if you're starting off a cosplay and you feel like it's daunting, be creative and don't be scared to like tweak things a bit. You never have to be totally exactly like it is. People will recognize you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like for sure. Ooh. Man.
One thing I really enjoyed about Mystery Man is that, okay, granted, a lot of the base clothes are just clothes I could find at Le Château, Métro Namur.
Literally.
It's a treasure trove of fancy clothes.
It really is, and everything is on sale.
Yes.
I love Namur.
Oh my God.
They even have a huge fabric store right behind there, so you can literally just like go to the Le Chateau and then like hit the fabric store.
That's exactly what I did last time. I got the fabric for, well, when I went to Le Chateau, I got the silver pants that are perfect for Mystery Man McCree. There's a picture on my Instagram for that, just a little quick test.
It's like all the pieces that you're slowly building, right?
Exactly.
You've been posting.
The black button-up shirt, the white tie, the hat. I found all there. I think the whole thing was $80. The whole thing. And then I went to Fabricville and I got a fat quarter of white fabric. Because you know Mystery Man on his shirt, he's got this white armband on his right arm. And so, and he doesn't just have a white armband. He also has like a pattern on it. It's got this, well, I mean, instead of describing, I can just show you.
Show me.
Yeah.
And it's Mystery Man McCree.
Yes, ma'am. So what I did was, exactly, the pattern is, first of all, it's something along this repeated. So I traced it and took a length of fat quarter, I sewed it shut, put some Velcro, and with black thread loaded onto my machine. I had sewn in black fabric, black thread on the white fabric, the pattern. So that's going to be my armband.
Oh, I never noticed that. It's like all the details.
The lines kind of get fatter in certain areas because, well, I mean, I had to like double down on myself to like, you know, secure the stitch. Otherwise it would just like come right off. But yeah, that's... it
looks fine.
Got to have some details where this is like, a piece of me was in that. You know?
Yeah.
Homemade.
That's really cool. I like that. It's like a small intricate detail to the cosplay from you and in the costume designers who made the costume. Like, they just, some of the Overwatch skins are just so meticulous.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow. I just realized yesterday actually that Symmetra has like a magician skin.
Yes.
I like with the top hat and the tuxedo, and her arm is actually like see-through completely. and has like sparkles going through it, like as if it was like, there's like a sparkly smoke in it. And I was like, wow. I never noticed that. And if a cosplayer would actually do that, which is probably not gonna happen, but it would be so cool. Like you just, I don't know, I don't even know. They hide their actual arm in the suit, and they have like just a bionic arm, or they do a layer through it with, I don't know. But it's just like, yeah.
They get a big 3D printed sleeve like I did.
Get a 3D printed sleeve. I mean, it's accurate, right? Like,
yeah, I prefer that. I would have preferred that over foam, because I mean, it's 3D printed. I can sand it and paint it however I like, but I mean, it's also a lot more sturdy. The number of times I've seen like a piece of foam armor just disintegrate on itself, or someone just, it's nobody's fault. Someone accidentally stepped on it and it's ruined. Oh no! But you know.
Yeah, you have to be careful also when you're walking through conventions. People bang into things.
Yep.
Yeah. Whereas plastic is plastic. It's gonna keep its shape and everything. Mr. Badmec, I'm never screen accurate.
Oh.
Can relate. There's very few cosplays that I was like, to the T.
It's not always possible, you know? It's like, you gotta not render yourself crazy. You know?
I'm not about like, I look exactly like her. I don't look like anyone. Maybe Moana, but even then, like, it's not gonna be.
Oh no.
It's not gonna be perfect.
I get what you mean. Look, I mean, I cosplay Booker DeWitt, and if you look at the pictures of me as Booker, I look like a 12-year-old kid trying to look like Booker DeWitt.
Booker DeWitt.
I mean,
I left my child when I was 19 years old, and I gamble and drink all the time.
I'm
voice crack.
I'm a 38-year-old Pinkerton. Take me seriously.
He's 38?
He's 38.
Oh snap! I didn't realize.
Yeah.
I thought he was way younger than that.
Born in 1874, and the game takes place in 1912.
And Elizabeth is 17?
19.
Okay, yeah, she's
1920-ish.
Oh, poor Elizabeth. I'm gonna go home, cry, and play some BioShock. God. Guys, if you still have more suggestions or want us, let us know what video games made you cry, please do let us know. I cried at The Last of Us, and I was playing it in my living room with everyone watching me, and I was just like, my parents in the kitchen, my boyfriend at the time sitting beside me, like, seriously? He's like, but he already got to the end, so he was waiting to see my reaction. He didn't expect me to cry. He's just like, really? Typical Rosie, crying and everything. My brother was like, haha. This is a little girl. Who cares? I care. That's who. It was a good story. Can't wait for the next game. Guys, next week, E3. Woo woo.
When's it coming out?
It's the 10, 11, 12, I think, or like around there. It starts on like Monday or Tuesday. Not next week coming up, the one after that. It's E3. Oh, when is The Last of Us 2 coming out? No lo so. Scusi. I'm not sure, but Death Stranding just got its release date today, November 8th. Woo woo! It looks really, really good. The trailer's up. PlayStation, as we know, is not taking part of E3 this year. They're just like, we're just gonna announce everything before E3. Fuck it. September 27th, 2019. If anybody wants to get me that for my birthday, I'll be putting it on my Amazon wish list.
It got pushed back to 2020. Announced today.
Oh, it got announced today? I knew everybody was announcing video game things today. Like, the world of video games was popping today, okay? But 2020, November is a full year. It's okay, take your time. As long as it's sweet when it comes out.
It's fun, just don't disappoint us at the end.
Yeah, no. That's
Days
all.
gone. I'm sorry.
God! And the marketing, they already put a bunch of marketing behind that video game. Like, I got to PAX East and I was like, I don't even know what this game is.
Look, the only reason I knew what was in it was the game existed was because of the voice cast.
Yes!
First of all, I mean, okay, first, it's a zombie game that comes out in 2019. Like, guys.
Yeah, fucked up.
8 years ago would have been cool. 2019, come on.
Yeah, Left 4 Dead did it right.
I guess. I mean, I was never really into the zombie thing. Pro cosplay Leon Kennedy, hashtag hypocrisy. But I'm not really into that. But again, the voice cast, Sam Witwer as the main character, and in her first role in a while, Courtney Draper. Have you ever heard of her?
No.
Elizabeth.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That was oh, poor girl. They were like, this is the next big thing. Everyone wants to take a part of it. You know, it's never the actor's fault. It's
No, I mean,
it's no one's fault. You know, sometimes boards they want their game to be a certain way, and that's what they want, and whatever.
she just had to record lines. It's cool. Like, I'm sure she did a great job.
Yeah.
I didn't play the game myself. All I saw was the
no, so
mediocre
good.
reviews, and then whatever.
You're like, great. Just like Fallout 76, I was going to download that shit, and then I was like, wait, let me watch some gameplay, because the beta had come out, and even from the beta, everyone was like, WTF, there's problems. I was like, okay, there's problems in the beta, that's fine. And you watch the gameplay, you're like, this is not getting fixed in less than a month. And then even after it came out, it was still hell, and I can't even imagine being a community manager or like a customer support agent or a moderator on that game. Oh man. Oh God.
No
Oh,
kidding.
it told
No
me.
kidding. I mean,
Yeah, no, it sucks.
I mean, they can fix it eventually, but I mean, I'm very picky when it comes to those things. I know if they release a new Overwatch character, I wait about a month.
It bends, guys. She now has a expression. She's like, yes, Simon, tell me more.
We'll see, the thing is,
It's so uncanny. Okay, we're putting her back up straight. I never realized there was a ball rotator on there. I'm amazed. AutoWigsCanada.ca. Good for short wigs. Yes. Yes. But yes, you were
right,
saying.
I always wait about a month whenever they release a new character because that character is usually broken, and it takes them about a month to really like
In Overwatch?
level things out. Yeah. God. And when Ashe came out, everyone was instalocking Ashe. Got to play Ashe. And I mean, she's a fun character and all, but it's just, I mean,
Just her E. Just her E. Don't you dare throw those dynamites at me,
Yeet.
girl. I'm gonna shoot them in the air. Fuck.
well, that's an achievement for that. If you throw it a certain distance and shoot it and like kill somebody, there's an achievement for that. So that's why people have been spamming it like.
Brigitte, I remember when she came out, was another.
Oh, she was a year-long nightmare. Like it took.
It took so long for them to fix her. God dang.
And some characters are just so obtuse that they'll never be in the meta, like Mei or Doomfist.
May is okay, but she'll never be meta. She'll just be, if you play her well, you play her well.
Oh, she can be played super obnoxiously, if you know what you're doing.
Yeah. Cheeky C says Moira is bae. I also love Moira. That's my go-to healer when I heal. I find it really hard to latch onto people when I'm playing Mercy, so I like Moira a lot more.
Oh yeah, just toss that orb. Okay, sort it out amongst yourselves.
Well, no, I usually heal way more than I DPS. That's the thing. Don't just DPS.
Know your role.
Know your role. Know your place. Days Gone, aka the Daryl Dixon simulator. Lol. While the actual actor is voicing in Death Stranding.
Really?
Yeah, he's like the main.
kidding.
Him and Miles Mikkelsen
That's right.
are the two like main actors in it.
It's funny. There's a really funny guy on the internet, Ben Croshaw, Zero Punctuation. And the episode he sent out last week on The Escapist, he said, about the game he was reviewing, he said, okay, if you're going to ape something, why don't you just, if you want to, sorry, because, right, the game he reviewed was basically a Bioshock ripoff.
Oh,
But it's bad. It's like this mainly like walking simulator kind of pseudo deep story, blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, look, we name dropped Nikola Tesla. Look how nerdy we are, kind of thing. And it's like, look, if you're going to rip something off, why don't you rip something off like Ride to Hell Retribution, except functional. And, and it's like, yeah, Ride to Hell Retribution, a notoriously bad biker game, except it's slightly more functional, and just call it Days Gone. It was such a mic drop moment. I loved it.
Yikes! Yikes! It really.
He said it a lot more charismatically than I did, but yeah.
They might try to do another push at E3 for it to try to get people to play it and stuff, but I think it's icon.
I remember the story because I read the plot synopsis and they sequel baited the hell out of it.
They were just like, there's another one, guys. We won't.
It's
the other one up.
Sony. It's a huge company. They're probably going to milk it even though it didn't do that well. So whatever.
And then you have Death Stranding, which everyone has been waiting for so long. Kojima has been like talking about it for so long. E3 last year was when they like had announced it with who's the actor for Daryl Dixon? Oh God, what's his name? Wait, don't tell me. Don't type it.
The guy we were just talking about?
Norman Reedus.
Oh.
Hooray! Do I get points?
Yes.
Oh.
What are points? Does that mean I get popcorn after stream? Love popcorn.
Oh, there we go.
Norman Reedus, Norman Reedus, Norman Reedus. Thank God I didn't see
People have spoken, thank you.
Can confirm it is Norman Reedus, but like Kojima and Norman Reedus came on stage and he was like, the game is coming. Here's a cinematic trailer, no gameplay. But the new trailer has gameplay. So looks pretty good. I thought it was gonna be a bit more of like a horror game, but because he was initially making a new Silent Hill, but whatever, it's fine, we'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
We will take it. Oh my God, how cool. For those of you who don't know the other Beanduck shows, let me go on a little mini rant. If you guys missed the episode of Depth of Field with Eric Cohen, which plays on Tuesdays starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Eric is someone who works in the movie industry in Montreal and interviews people on our Beanduck channel. So that can range from voice actors. We've had people who work at video game companies. We've had myself, musicians. We've had actors come on, comedians. And when I was on Depth of Field with Eric Cohen on our channel, he mentioned to me that he was doing working on a project with a girl who cosplays. And I was like, dope, cool. He's like, yeah, come see us at Montreal Comic Con, where like Beanduck Squad is gonna be there, Montreal Comic Con, going around the crowd. So he was like, come see us. We're gonna have a booth. I was like, dope, man, we will. And shows me the girl's Instagram page, and she's the little girl actress from Silent Hill.
Oh.
Mic drop. I was like, she looks so familiar. He's like, yeah, she does cosplay. Maybe you've seen her at a convention. I was like, oh, I don't know. Started scrolling and I was like, oh my God, this is the girl from Silent Hill. Okay. And he's like, oh yeah, she's an actress. I'm like, well, okay. But damn, like, she really looks like her, but grown up, but yeah, Silent Hill is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. So I just kind of like fangirled and was like, I could go meet her at Montreal Comic Con. She's working with you guys. Okay. But yeah, so I'm really excited for that.
That is cool.
Yeah, it was just like, seriously? So Eric has a really good show. He has a lot of really cool people on it. Maybe she's gonna come on Depth of Field. Maybe I should tell him to come on, have her come on Depth of Field. Beanduck, Montreal Comic Con vlog? Yes. So we're gonna be actually going around the convention, so it sucks that you're not gonna be there this year. Because it would've been cool to catch you and your fiance and just be like, hey guys, in like the cosplays that you're talking about. Like, we would've loved to see it live and film it, but you'll have to, we'll have to stalk you on Instagram and see your photos. Well, by the way, what's your Instagram handle so people can find you?
Boston Creem Cosplays. Boston like the city, Creem, C-R-E-E-M, Cosplays.
Cosplay. I was just like, I also had tagged him in our story, and he's tagged on the Beanduck channel post as well. If you can't find him, that's where you can check out how all his progress for his cosplays are going.
Absolutely, it's the social media platform I'm the most active on. I'm not on Twitter. My Facebook is very limited, but Instagram is fun, you know.
Yeah.
Funny work story, actually, when talking about celebrities or voice actors, et cetera, et cetera. I was just doing my shift at the big community center over in Dorval, and there was a gentleman who comes in. This was back in the day when the community center had a weightlifting room. A gentleman walks in. He asks for a day pass. He was just there for the week. And so he had just shuttled in from Toronto. I said, I was just in Toronto. I was at Anime North. I said, oh, okay, cool. So what do you do there? I was like, oh, I'm a cosplayer. I was there with my fiance. We were just hanging out, having some fun. So video games. So have you ever played Far Cry 3? I'm just like, yes, that game was amazing. Yes, I really enjoyed it. Turns out the man I was talking to was Gianpaolo Venuta, the guy who voiced the main character from Far Cry 3. And I was just like, you are kidding me.
You're like, well,
So
sir.
just at work, I just met Gianpaolo Venuta. That was pretty cool.
Far Cry 3 is one of my favorite Far Cries. I haven't played the newest one yet.
I played a bit of it.
It looks cool. I've seen it. I saw it at a demo night. Ubisoft was there showing it off. They have like a French Quebecer in it, which is really funny. But yeah, what did you think of it?
The endings disappointed me.
Yeah, I don't know the ending. No spoilers, please.
No. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yikes.
I mean, it was perfectly functional. And it's just personally, I mean, Far Cry is not really it's not really my scene unless I'm playing, because I was playing it on PS4. This was back in the day when I still had a PS4.
Yeah.
And shooter games, especially ones that don't get out of first person, I prefer on PC. And so, yeah, I haven't quite played it on PC. And on PS4, it was just too obtuse. I just couldn't get a handle on it.
Yeah, it's definitely not an easy thing to do. Trying to see how much I can like bunch this shit up. What would you consider your secret weapon when working on cosplay? I like that question. Thanks for the questions, then, Robo.
Yeah, seriously.
Sorry, Moana hair. Moana Bellatrix. Moana Lestrange.
Secret weapon. Riley, do this for me.
From
No.
home.
Again, that's the easy way
You're
out.
gonna get a buzz. Ask
Oh.
your fiance.
Yeah. Yeah.
She actually responded. Ah!
Yep.
I'm just a
She
telepath. She can't hear me.
Exactly.
I'm hitting my mic right now.
She just answers me. I'm your secret weapon. Oh, good Lord, that is funny.
I've called upon the fiance and she has responded.
I would definitely say mine is a glue gun. Like I can't. Like you can make everything with a glue gun. Literally, it comes in so handy. So that's why I kind of want to invest in like a better one like that. Like the dollar store ones or like the regular ones, they'll kind of just, they'll be okay. They'll work.
For armor, I like using safety pins to really affix something and give it like some room to not stretch too much because Velcro might give on you.
Okay.
I also like using, again, besides the Citadel spray paints, I enjoy using what's called a shade. It's basically paint, but it's very, very wet. It's basically like, the one I use is basically, it's black water.
Shade.
Yeah, it's basically a very, very, very wet, inconsistent paint that you just throw your brush in there, and if you want your gunmetal gray colored gun to have more of a shade to it, or to have a sooty look about it, especially around the barrel, like the cordite came up, you could just slather it on there, and it basically gives this look about it.
Like a wash?
Precisely a wash. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Sab. OSAB. XOSAB. I'm butchering your handle. I'm so sorry.
OSAB X. OSAB.
OSAB. There we go.
OSAB is good.
And exactly, just a nice wash, and yeah, it's a wash. Citadel Paints just calls them shade. That's the type that I remember now. It's the type of paint because they have base, they have layer, they have shade, they have something else. technical.
Wash.
Yeah.
So a wash is like just sprays on lighter?
It's, I mean, you brush it on, and it's, yeah. I hope I have a picture related to that.
You might be able to find it on Google.
Because I actually did it myself for one of my props.
Beanduck staff, hard at work. While we have a moment, also, I know I mentioned our other shows as well. We also have Full Party that plays on Monday, and we have a friend request on Tuesdays. Right? Right, Jordan? That's at 6? At 6, okay. There we go. And if you guys want to stay tuned with all of our shows, don't forget to follow us in the heart right over there. Just make a little click. It's free. And if you guys want to support our channel, you can always subscribe or gift a subscribe to us, which would totally help us a lot because we're quite the staff here, quite the team, and we're trying to grow our community and our projects that we work on here at Beanduck Studios. So, you know, just gift a sub. And if you didn't know, if you actually have Amazon Prime, you get a free Twitch Prime sub that you should totally use for the Beanduck channel. It would definitely be super worth it. Oh, it's actually 8:30. Like my mental time was going to like promoting us, and it was like, it wasn't live, Rosie. It's time. We must go. But to get that straight, your cosplay element of choice was your Citadel spray, which I myself will also look up.
Yeah, it's basically, this was when it was just spray painted, it was a more shiny gray, and I just made it darker. This is a really bad example. I had a much higher quality WIP.
But it just makes it look a little more realistic.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Exactly.
That's dope. Well, glue guns and paint aside, it's and leaves. It was so nice to have you guys here today with us. I got things done, enough for me to be happy and smile. So as I said before, don't forget to follow us and subscribe to our channel to support us some more. And if you are going to Montreal Comic Con, don't forget, Beanduck Squad will be there, so you'll get to meet us there as well. If that's a reason to come to Montreal Comic Con, I don't know what is. So I'm your host, Rosie Stormborn, and thank you so much, Boston Creem Cosplay.
I had a blast. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I know we won't be seeing each other at Montreal Comic Con, but we'll see each other at Otakucon.
Absolutely.
For sure. Awesome. Absolutely. So thank you guys for coming out to watch us. We'll be back next week, same time. Don't forget to use our discount code, which is active until 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow on artofwigscanada.ca. If you wanted to buy wigs, cosplay supplies, wig supplies, or some of Kamuy's cosplay armor books, you can grab all that on artofwigscanada.ca. And with our code ARTABEAN, you'll get $10 off your $50 purchase until tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So hurry up and use that code. It's cost crunch season, guys. What are you doing? Okay, now we're gonna go so I can go craft some more because there's so much to do. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.
See you later.